Hi everyone, Philip Rodocker here, coming to you. Now let me see, most of the time you see Cassie out here. She does weekly updates. I'm going to give you a 2025 forecast update for the future, only because I've done this for so long. This will be my 36th year in real estate, so I've had 36 of these events happen, so I kind of got a little bit of knowledge of the future, almost like a crystal ball I can see out there. But we're coming into a very interesting time in real estate. We had a couple of years of slow, we had a couple of years of interest rate changes. We had 11 rate hikes in like 6 months, and so it slowed everything down, and that's kind of what the government wanted to do. They wanted to slow down the inflation because everything was being was inflating so quickly that they thought interest rates is that's their barometer. They can up and down that to try to slow down the inflation, and I think that they're hitting their mark. We were inflating at 6%, now we're down to around 2%, which is good. But little fun facts about real estate, back in 1980 to 83, we had the same situation going on back then, and we had 4 years of adjustment. And then from 84 to 89, we had 6 years of phenomenal growth. Same thing happened in 90 and 91. We had 2 years of adjustment. Then we had 8 years of growth. We had huge growth, and that's when Windows 95 came out. Remember, the guy was Bill Gates. He created this company called Microsoft. He had the Microsoft in the 80s, but when he came up with Windows 95, it kind of took us off the rails, and the area grew, and we had 8 years of sustained growth all the way into 99, and then we had the Y2K freak out, right? We had 2 years of adjustment there. People are trying to figure out if the world was going to blow up in 2000. Then from 2002 to 2007, we had a 6-year surge in activity. Okay, then in 2008 to 11, that's when the market crashed. That's when the real estate market crashed. So we had a downturn. It was 4 years. Everybody thought that was going to be the bottom, and real estate was not a good investment. All these things happened, and then we had a sustained 6 years of growth in real estate after that. And then 18 and 19, just before COVID, we had 2 years of adjustment backwards. And then when COVID hit, everybody was like, oh no, shelter in place. Oh no, the whole world's coming to an end. We weren't essential. All these things were happening back then. And then the governor figured out in about 14 days that real estate was an essential product that needed to be, people under bridges. So he got the whole thing opened back up again. And then we didn't have sustained growth. We had what was called hyper growth. We had like a 30% increase in a 2-year period of time. That was like super hyper growth just there. Now what happened is that we had this rate hike. So we had this reset, 3 years of adjustment. We just kind of went through that cycle of adjustment. And so now the question is to everybody out there, what's going to be the growth? If we had an 8-year after a 2-year, if we had a 6-year after a 4-year, if we had a 6-year after a 2-year, 6-year after a 4-year, a 2 after 2, if I was a betting man and I said 3 years, my best get would be 6 years of growth, probably in the future. So we're looking at a sustained growth pattern all the way to 2030. All right, so if you guys are thinking about this, right, and you're saying, God, when's the best time to get in? When's the best time to get in? Any time's the best time to get in, because you can look back in time and see from 30 years ago, if you would have bought then, to today, right? It's always, because real estate's a game of time. It's not a singular 1-year thing. It's a long-term investment with long-term growth, up and downs in the marketplace. But you can talk to anybody that's at it, and everybody will tell you that it worked out good for them, unless it did something short-term. So these are great stats. We have these. It's coming out 2025. Now there's a lot going on in real estate right now. Absolutely. There's a ton of stuff going on. The laws are changing about buyer agency. There's land use changes going on right now where they're talking about detached dwelling units on properties. They're talking about zoning changes right now. They're talking about agency law. We're talking about all kinds of things right now in real estate that's changing. Laws are changing. And so I was asked by some other people if I would do what were called master class series on things that are going on in 2025. So people that I know, people that know me, if they want to know what's happening, I'll have this series. And I'm going to probably do, I don't know, one a quarter if you guys want. So just comment below to see if this is something you want me to do. If you do, all you have to do is do I think they got thumbs up or thumbs down or whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Say hi or goodbye. Doesn't matter. All I'm saying is that if you want me to do these masterclass series for you, I can do it. Okay? There's just a ton of stuff and it's hard to do like in this one setting. So I want to make sure you guys are fully prepared and ready for what's coming in the future. So comment below if you want me to do those classes. We're going to have the forecast in writing out to you shortly. So I just want to give you a quick update on that and wishing you guys all a happy new year.